A few days ago I had a sudden urge to go to the local Goodwill. And I usually go when that happens because I have a pretty good record of finding decent stuff there. So I went, and this is what was there. A total of 3 SMC SF16 pedestal fans in pretty good condition. So this now makes a total of 4 in my possession. And I will have to make a video of all 4 together because that might be the only known photograph to exist with 4 of these in one place. This is the model SF16, Show Electric Manufacturing, made in China. Ooh. And the UL does not have a date code on it. It does have some Chinese characters. These are from the 1990s, so they're getting to be almost 30 years old. They're getting hard to find. For one, because of the age, and number 2, because of the recall. Although since the recall was issued in, I believe, the 2000s, I'm not sure how many people actually became aware of it. You know, because it wasn't, you know, there was the computer and all that stuff back then, but it wasn't quite like the information age, if you will, like it is today. So I'm not sure how many were discarded from the recall. But they're hard to find. So this is kind of unusual. This is a very highly sought after model for my collection. So it was a great find. Now I would suspect that all 3 of these probably came from the same household, although I'm not certain because the yellowing is not the same. Right? These 2 are pretty yellowed on the stand, and this one is not, although it could very well have been used in a different place in the same household. And that one has the UL tag on it, whereas these 2 do not. So I guess it was removed for some reason. And the one with the UL tag also has the tie wrap still on the cord. Meanwhile, the other 2 do not. The stands are all rusted equally. You can see where it was originally set. Probably the last 30 something years. I suspect they're all fairly low hours. Chances are this dust is all they ever saw. Doesn't look like more than a year or 2 of use. They're all put out on the same date, and that date was that the actual day I went? Let me go check and see what the date was I went. I went on the 7th. There was one other stand fan there. It was a Cool Breeze branded unit, and it looked to be a couple years newer than this. That one was $15 for some reason, so I didn't get it. If it was older, I would have got it, but it wasn't the one I was looking for. I did get a lesson in assuming, because these 2 were $8. These were paired together, and this one was somewhere else in the store. And when I took them to the register, I told the lady they were all $8, which inherently was not true. This one apparently was $5, so I wasted $3, but oh well. This was worth $8 times 3 anyways. And they're all in really good condition too. They all still have that little plastic cover too, which is something that usually breaks or disappears over the years. The guards are all on wrong, but I don't think that the tabs are broken. I think they're just misaligned. The handles are all in different places, and it's definitely misaligned because you can see it's not sitting flush, so the tab is hitting the guard. Only one of them was correct, which is this one. The one with the UL tag and the tie wrap on the cord. Many years ago, I don't know if this was back in the 90s still, or if this had gone into the 2000s. There was somewhere I used to go. I guess my mother was at work or whatever. I don't know what the circumstances was, but I would go there for a couple hours during the day. And the person had two of these. And I don't think that there was air conditioning in that house. And it was hot. And I remember these in the summer. I just had this one odd memory of that place. I was sitting on the couch and it was a hot day, and she had two of these, and she put them both on and put them right in front of me on the couch, and they were powerful, you know, because couldn't have been more than 5 years old at the time. So these were gigantic to me, and it was just it was a cool moment that I remember. So I wanted to find a second one so that I would have two of these, but 4 is better than 2, I guess. Well, let's go ahead and turn these things on and see how they operate. We'll start with the low. It's kind of noisy in here with the stove on. I'll try to turn the fan down as much as I can. It really didn't save us any noise. Turn this off. Let's save this some noise. One of them is oscillating. Don't let that. These are all running very slow. This doesn't have the thing where you can turn the loose. Maybe the screw is loose. Typically on these SMC fans you can turn this and that'll move the position of it manually. I recall the other one I have running this slow. These are going real slow. That one's out of balance. That one's in pretty good balance. And this one's in pretty good balance. What if that one's on wrong? It's like the whole blade is all screwed up in the middle. Alright, well here's low. I don't have our kilowatts meter, so I can't estimate the power draw. So that's 3.45 amps on high. So these aren't the most powerful things out there. I know with the not the pedestal, the tabletop model, there was some kind of an issue with the design on the 16-inch unit, where I believe it utilized the same or very similar motor, but just with a larger capacitor, and there was very widespread reports of the 16-inch tabletop model failing prematurely. I don't know if these were designed the same way. I don't think so, because the other unit that I have, the first one I got, does not seem underpowered, but this seems highly underpowered. Although they're all the same, so I tend to think it's not a defect. I'll try the medium now. This is really cool. I never thought I would see this many in one room. It's hard to find almost anything from the 90s in triplets, let alone one specific model that you want. This is very, very underpowered. I don't know what's going on. It almost seems like we've got 3 bad caps or something. Which could be. These don't seem like they were used much over the years, so it's possible that the cap has drifted as it sat. Because that will happen sometimes to capacitors. They'll fail if they're not powered on for extended periods of time. So let's see here. This one, I don't know, they all just feel kind of weak. I'm gonna grab the meter. I'll let you watch these oscillate for a minute. Oscillation is very slow. I think that they're running slow. Let's see, we got a kilowatt meter here. So we're looking at 118.3 volts, and the amps is 0.4. Power factor is 0.98. Power factor is 1. And 0.4 versus 0.45 is not a big difference, so we can check the caps just to see, but as far as the power information is concerned, it's not indicative of any kind of problem. Alright, let's shut them off. That is awesome. That's definitely one of those like find of a lifetime ordeals. I'll probably never find 3 of these in one place ever again. So it looks like the one in the middle has substantially better bearings than the rest of them, or it just happened to fall at a certain point in the oscillation where there was limited load. Alright, well there we go. 3 SMC SF16 pedestal fans. What a great find.